Hello everyone. In this video, we will learn about power in AC circuit, power factor, wattless current. In the previous videos, we have seen that when an AC voltage V equal to Vm sin omega t is applied to a series LCR circuit, it drives a current I equal to Im sin of omega t plus phi. I hope you remember this. Okay, if you haven't watched that video, please watch that about that series LCR circuit. We had actually one phasor diagram solution and one analytical solution. I will provide the link in the description box so you can watch that. Okay, so it is actually we are getting from that concept actually. Alright, that is when an AC voltage V equal to Vm sin omega t is applied to a series LCR circuit. That is, there will be an AC voltage source, then there will be a resistor, then inductor, capacitor, like that. They are connected in series. Okay, so when the applied voltage is V equal to Vm sin omega t, that drives a current I equal to Im sin of omega t plus phi, where Im is the current amplitude and we have this formula Im is equal to Vm divided by Z. Okay, what is that Z? Z is the impedance. That is Vm divided by root of, the formula for Z was what? R square plus root of R square plus Xc minus XL the whole square, where Xc is a capacitive reactance and XL is the inductive reactance and Z is the impedance of the LCR circuit. Alright, now there is a phase difference between the current and the voltage in this LCR circuit. That phase difference is what? Phi equal to tan inverse of Xc minus XL divided by R. I hope you remember all these equations. Okay, phi equal to tan inverse of Xc minus XL divided by R. Now, what will be the instantaneous power supplied by the source? We have this equation now, P equal to I into V. What is that I? Im sin of omega t plus phi. Then V is what? Vm sin omega t. Okay, P equal to instantaneous power, P equal to I into V. I is Im sin of omega t plus phi and V is Vm sin omega t. Alright, now we have actually one such formula now. That is a trigonometry formula. Cos A minus cos B equal to what? Minus 2 sin of A plus B by 2. Okay, into sin of A minus B divided by 2. Okay, now you see we have this trigonometry formula. Cos A minus cos B is equal to minus 2 sin of A plus B by 2 sin of A minus B by 2. So, what about cos phi minus cos of 2 omega t plus phi? Cos phi minus cos of 2 omega t plus phi. What will be its answer? This will be equal to, you see, cos A minus cos B. So, minus 2 sin of A plus B by 2. That is 5 plus 2 omega t plus phi divided by 2. So, 5 plus 5 will be 2 phi. Okay, plus 2 omega t divided by 2. Okay, then sin of A minus B by 2. So, sin of A phi minus B, that is minus 2 omega t minus phi. So, phi minus phi cancelled. Okay, minus 2 omega t will be there divided by 2. So, this can be written as minus 2 sin of. If I am taking 2 outside from this expression, this becomes 5 plus omega t, or I can write it as omega t plus phi. Okay, so that 2 and this 2 will be cancelled now. Okay, if I am taking 2 outside from these two terms, this becomes 2 into 5 plus omega t divided by 2. So, this 2 from the denominator and this 2 from the numerator can be cancelled. So, we will get omega t plus phi or 5 plus omega t. Okay, so I wrote it as omega t plus phi into sin of, you see, minus 2 divided by 2. 2 cancel now. So, this will be minus omega t. Okay, now, okay, so we are getting this expression like this now. That is cos phi minus cos of what? 2 omega t plus phi equal to minus 2 sine of omega t plus phi into sine of minus omega t. Sine of minus theta is minus sine theta because sine is an odd function. Now sine of minus theta is minus sine theta. So sine of minus omega t is what? Minus sine omega t. So that minus and this minus becomes plus now. Okay, so 2 into sine of omega t plus phi into sine omega t. I hope you understood. Okay, here we have sine of minus omega t, that is actually equal to minus sine omega t. So minus into minus became plus here and sine omega t. The rest thing we have sine of omega t plus phi here. Okay, now if I am taking this 2 to the denominator, 2 to this side, that goes to the denominator now. So we can write this expression as cos phi minus cos of 2 omega t plus phi all divided by 2 equal to what? Sine of omega t plus phi into sine of omega t. Okay, now you see in our expression for the instantaneous power we have P equal to Im sine of omega t plus phi into Vm sine omega t. Okay, so here we have sine of omega t plus phi into sine omega t now. So that sine of omega t plus phi into sine omega t can be written as what? Cos phi minus cos of 2 omega t plus phi divided by 2. Okay, so I'm going to substitute this relation in this expression. So when we substitute this expression to this expression, this instantaneous power P becomes what? Im into Vm. Then sine of omega t plus phi into sine omega t can be replaced by this expression, right? That is Im Vm, then cos phi minus cos of 2 omega t plus phi divided by 2. No, that divided by 2 I am writing here. So we are getting one such expression for the instantaneous power. Alright, now what about the average power over a cycle? To get that average power, okay, I'm writing it as P average, or you can represent it like this. Okay, average power, or you can represent it by capital letter P. Okay, here I have taken, I have represented the instantaneous power by small letter p. So you can take capital letter P to represent the average power. It depends. Okay, so the average power will be equal to what? Average value of Im Vm divided by 2 into cos phi minus cos of 2 omega t plus phi. Okay, so you see here Im Vm by 2 is a constant that can be taken outside. So this can be written as Im Vm divided by 2. Then average of cos phi minus cos of 2 omega t plus phi. Okay, here you see only this term cos of 2 omega t plus phi, only this term has t in it. Okay, t. So we want to find out the average value of cos of 2 omega t plus phi only. We don't want to consider this term. Okay, because when we are considering the average value, we need that t there. Okay, here this term doesn't have any t there. So that can also be taken as a constant. So we want to find out the average value of cos of 2 omega t plus phi. Alright. Now, how to find out the average value of cos of 2 omega t plus phi? That is, if you have a function f which is a function of time, then its average value will be equal to what? 1 by t, where t is the time period. Okay, integral 0 to t f of t dt. Okay, we have done it so many times. Okay, so this will be, so average value of cos of 2 omega t plus phi is equal to 1 by t into integral 0 to t cos of 2 omega t plus phi dt. Okay, now this will be equal to what? 1 by t. Then derivative of sine is cosine. So integral of cos will be sine. Okay, so sine of 2 omega t plus phi. Then derivative of 2 omega t is 2 omega. So divided by 2 omega within the limit 0 to t. Okay. Now you see, we just want to apply the limits, lower limit and the upper limits now. So this can be written as what? 1 by t into upper limit minus lower limit. So sine of 2 omega capital letter T plus phi divided by 2 omega minus lower limit. So sine of Okay, sine of t becomes 0. Okay, when we apply the lower limit, t is 0. 2 omega into 0 becomes 0. 0 plus 5, that is 5. Okay, divided by 2 omega. Alright, now you see what is the sine of 2 omega t plus 5 actually. You see what is 2 omega t. We know that we can write this 2 omega t as what? What is omega 2 pi nu now? Okay, so 2 omega t can be written as what? So here you can write it as 2 into what is this omega 2 pi nu into t. Okay, what is this nu 1 by t no? So this can be written as 2 into 2 4 pi 1 by t into t. Then t cancel. So 2 omega t becomes what? 4 pi. Okay, but here we have sine of 2 omega t plus 5. Alright, so sine of 2 omega t is 4 pi plus 5. That is actually what? This can be written as sine of 2 pi plus 5 no. Okay, sine of 2 pi plus theta will be sine theta. So this can be written as sine of 2 pi plus 5. Okay, then sine of again 2 plus 5 will be sine 5. Okay, so when we apply this here, we get actually 1 by t into sine of omega t plus 5 is sine 5 divided by 2 omega minus sine 5 divided by 2 omega. Okay, so this will be equal to what? Sine 5 minus 2 omega, sine 5 by 2 omega minus sine 5 by 2 omega cancel, no? That is, they become 0. 0 into 1 by t is 0. What does that mean actually? The average value of cos of 2 omega t plus 5, this is actually 0. So average power over a cycle becomes what? This cos of 2 average value of cos of 2 omega t plus 5 became 0 because this term only contains t here. So we don't want to find out the average value of cos 5 because there is no t term, t there. Okay, so average power, that becomes what? Or you can represent it by calculator P, that is equal to what? IMVM divided by 2, then cos 5 because this term became 0. So this is actually the expression for the average power. Now this can be written like this now, IMVM, then this 2 here, no, this 2 can be written as root 2 into root 2 now, root 2 into root 2 is 2 only, then cos 5. Okay, so average power P equal to, what is IM by root 2? IRMS no? So IRMS into VM by root 2 is VRMS, then into cos 5. This IRMS can be written as I, VRMS can be written as V into cos 5. Okay, so for a purely resistive circuit, actually we have V equal to I into R or R into I. Okay, but here in the LCR circuit we can write V equal to I into Z because Z is the impedance of the in the LCR circuit. Alright, so when I am writing this V as I into Z, we can write it as P equal to I into Z into cos 5. Okay, so this becomes average, the power becomes what? I square Z into cos 5. Okay, so we got one expression for that power P in an LCR circuit as P equal to I square Z into cos 5. Okay, now usually we have the power for a resistive circuit as what? P equal to I squared R. But that is I square into resistance. But here we have I square into, here the resistance is actually the impedance in the LCR circuit. Then there is another factor cos 5. That is, the average power dissipated depends not only on the voltage and the current. Okay, but also on the cosine of the phase angle phi between them. This quantity cos phi, this is actually called as power factor. Okay, this quantity cos phi is actually called as power factor. Usually, while we write the expression for the power in a purely resistive circuit, that is P is equal to I squared R. So here we have actually P equal to I squared Z into cos phi. Or it is like P equal to V into I. Here we have VI into cos phi. Okay, so we have an additional term cos phi here. This cos phi is actually called as power factor. Now, consider the case of a pure resistive circuit. That is a case 1, okay, for the case of a pure resistive circuit. Pure resistive circuit means there will be resistor only in the circuit connected to an AC voltage source. There won't be capacitor or inductor in the circuit. Okay, so we know that for a purely resistive circuit, phi equal to 0, which we have discussed in our previous video. I will provide the link in the description box. If you want, you can watch that. Okay. So, for a purely resistive circuit, phi equal to 0. So, what about the power dissipated? P becomes I square Z into cos phi. That is cos 0, no? What is the value of cos 0? Cos 0 equal to 1. So, this becomes what? I square Z. So, that is for a purely, for a pure resistive circuit, actually the power dissipated is maximum, or we can say that there is maximum power dissipation. Okay, then and this Z becomes that obviously, okay, for a purely resistive circuit we don't want to talk about Z actually, we have that resistance R. Now I am considering the next case, that is case 2, that is for a purely inductive or capacitive circuit. What about the phase difference between the voltage and the current? That was plus pi by 2 and minus pi by 2 like that, no? So, I am taking that difference as pi by 2. Okay, phase difference between voltage and current for a purely inductive or a purely capacitive circuit, which also we have already discussed in our previous videos. If you want, you can watch that. The link is there in the description box. Okay. So, phi equal to pi by 2. So, what about cos phi? That is cos pi by 2. Cos 90 is actually what? 0. So, what about the power? P equal to I square Z into 0. That is 0 into any value becomes 0, no? That is power dissipated equal to 0. So, no power is dissipated even though a current is flowing in the circuit. This current is actually referred to as Wattless current. Wattless current. Okay, no power is dissipated. Now, we got the power dissipated as 0. So, no power is dissipated even though a current is flowing in the circuit. That current is referred to as Wattless current. That is, there will be some current in the circuit without any power loss. Such a current is actually called as Wattless current. Now, consider the case of a series LCR circuit. That is a case 3. Okay, consider the case of a series LCR circuit. There the power dissipated is actually what? P equal to I square Z into cos phi. And phi is actually what? Tan inverse of XC minus XL divided by R. Okay, the value of phi may be 0 in a RL circuit or RC circuit or LCR circuit, but phi is non-zero means, the value of phi may be non-zero, okay, may be non-zero in a RL circuit, RC circuit or LCR circuit. Phi is non-zero means actually there is some power dissipated in the circuit, but the power will be dissipated only in the resistor. Now, next we just want to consider the case 4 where we will be, we are talking about the power dissipated at resonance in LCR circuit. Okay, so we have the expression for the power as P equal to I square Z into cos phi, and we have phi equal to tan inverse of XC minus XL divided by R. Alright, now at resonance what happens? XC becomes equal to XL, no? So, when XC becomes equal to XL, this term becomes 0. 0 by R, 0. Tan inverse 0 is 0. Okay, so phi becomes 0. Okay, when phi becomes 0, what about cos phi? Cos phi becomes 1 because cos 0 is 1. Alright, now when XC becomes equal to XL, Z is actually what? Z is equal to root of R square plus XC minus XL the whole square. At resonance, XC equal to XL. So, when XC is equal to XL, this term becomes 0 now. Okay, so root of R square plus 0, root of R square. Root of R square is actually what? R. So, power dissipated becomes what? P equal to I square. What is that? Z? R. Cos phi is actually 1. So, power dissipated becomes P equal to I squared R. Okay, so maximum power is dissipated in the circuit through the resistance at resonance. So, in this video, we have just discussed about the power in AC circuit. We have discussed about the power factor, Wattless current, and the 4 different cases related with this. I hope you understood this. Thank you.